Hey everybody, welcome back to
Welcome.
edition of Konversation. Now, this is a special episode because two things. We're in Las Vegas yet again.
Yes.
And we made this special trip.
Hot.
Oh, very hot. Oh my God, that's why we're inside.
Not just our guests, but the weather.
Oh yeah, that too. But her boyfriend's there; he might punch us. So we're not
crap,
going
I
to
forgot
make too
that.
much.
I'm sorry. Take it back. Edit it out. Pee break.
So we're here in Vegas, and Naeem and I got up early this morning, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
To drive out here.
We're a little wired.
Yeah, we're just a bit wired. We're both dead tired. We both had late nights. And we're here because of this young lady. Now, some of you out there know her because she's the admin, right? An admin for FMA discussions.
Oh.
And so she's a somebody.
More than us.
More than us, anyways.
We're not very professional about this.
None at all. But this is Aubrey Carbonell.
Yes! You got it!
Seriously?
Hell's yeah, baby.
Right?
That one I get right.
You messed up Smith.
I know.
Okay.
You must have practiced before you came here, right?
No.
You must have practiced.
Because it's an obscure Filipino name.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
Carbonell.
Yeah.
That's how that would have been pronounced. Carbonell, right?
Yes.
But I know you being an American and being in the military, Carbonell.
You were in the military.
I was
Really?
U.S. Army for 3.5 years. Yeah.
And she kicked everybody's ass over there from what I heard. She has a purple star, a pink one, and a couple of blues.
Oh, I wish to match.
Did you get the
my
unicorn
outfit.
one?
Huh?
No, there's no unicorn stuff?
No.
Never mind.
No, it wasn't
I don't
that
know much
special.
about the military.
They wouldn't take him.
Something about psychological. I'm not going to get into the details of it.
So, I've been wanting to talk to this young lady for the longest time. I first saw her on Facebook, and there was a little thing about her, and so I click on it, and then I start looking her up, and I see videos.
Yeah,
And
you became a fanboy really quick.
real fast.
he texted me like, "Hey, you gotta check her out."
Well, because here's why. Our show doesn't have a lot of women come on, and when they do, they're always special.
There's some pretty guys though.
Yes.
In fairness.
fairness.
But no, he's right. We do. We're big advocates when it comes to women in the martial arts. We talked to Malia de Cascos, we talked to Graciela Casillas, we talked to Auntie Denise here in Vegas last time we were here, because we want the younger generation to know of you guys, and you're
that young generation.
You're the young generation.
Yeah, you're that young generation.
Because then we have our student Risa and then a good friend of ours, Becca.
Yeah.
And they're big in the martial arts, and the people we're close to recognize them, but we want everybody to recognize the
People.
women in martial arts.
Especially women.
Yes.
And you know how hard it is for women to be in the martial arts.
Oh yes.
Right? I mean, the stories that we've heard is that, we're getting beat up by all the guys.
It's the one profession where you generally do get physically abused, and it's part of the learning curriculum.
And you like it. And you keep coming back for more.
And you keep coming back for more.
That's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
Getting
It
back
is.
up and doing it again.
It really is. It really
And if you
is.
can survive the first onslaughts.
Right.
Yes, and then you think to yourself, you're kind of pondering about your life choices, and you're like, why am I here? Oh yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah, you always have to have a little reminder.
Yeah, I gotta I gotta keep going.
Let's
Gotta get
clarify.
better.
She enjoys the martial arts.
I do enjoy the martial arts.
Not getting beat up.
Not getting beat up. No.
Just so we're
Beat up bad, martial arts good.
Martial arts good.
We got it. Hey, you know what? That might be the
going
time
in the wrong
I like
direction.
getting beat up.
I know. I was like, wait, hold on.
Not really. And then we put not really.
Edit it out. Edit it out.
Nope, you got the disclaimer. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Disclaimer.
And again, when I saw those videos, first thing I did, believe it or not, share Naeem. What do you think? He's like, hey, she's pretty good. When are we going to go? I'm working on it. And shortly after that, I reached out to you. He goes, hi, my name is Rico. I do a thing with the Conversation. Would you like to be on the show? She's like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. She was up for it right away.
Did he
Oh,
sound
yeah.
desperate when he was in?
Oh no, not at all. I was kind of more like, wait, me?
On the computer, right? Because that's how we talk.
Yeah, she's
about.
like, wait.
I was like, nah.
There's nobody in this room.
secret camera?
I was like, you got really?
So, yes, one of the first things that I noticed about the videos that I saw of you you're a camera ham.
Oh,
She was. She was like, she knew the camera was like, hey, oh yeah. I mean, you could see it.
I'm like, are you looking at me? Is my
Dude, I'm
angle
telling
okay? Like,
I'm telling, dude, she has these, like the military khakis on. She's like, oh, she's got all these weapons. I'm like, okay, this girl's cool. We got to talk to her. Hence why we're here.
And here we
thank
are.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. It's an honor for you guys to even think, have me on here. I mean, it's
Well, you were like the
been
13th
awesome.
choice, to be honest. No,
Hey, better than 14th,
there
okay?
you go.
I like to look at the bright side of things.
This is 2 years deep now. Though,
Yeah.
So we've
Well,
had
you know,
quite a
and
few
the
characters here.
When did I call you on that? That was almost 5 or 6 months.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So for us to, because you're like, these fuckers said they're gonna come by.
Well, we ended up going to Hawaii first, and
Yeah.
then we were doing LA, and it's
Yeah.
been a busy year.
I mean, in fairness, Hawaii. I mean, who does not want to go to Hawaii?
Yeah,
right?
sorry.
I mean, I totally get it.
Well, in our defense, my girlfriend and his wife joined us, so it was
Yeah.
kind of more for them, and we just
Yeah.
sort of made time on the side for
Well,
episodes.
yeah, it's like the reason why we're here. Instead of for the motorcycle that we're trying to pick up, we were here for you. Same
Aw,
thing over there. Like
thank
we
you.
had some interviews.
Exactly.
My wife wanted to go to Hawaii. Boom, 2 birds, 1 stone. We're in. It's like,
Yeah, and I watched that episode. You interviewed some really cool people.
Oh my
cool
goodness,
cast.
that was-
weren't they?
yeah,
some
that was fun.
Al DeCoscos,
Yes, that was
the freaking living legend.
Right.
And the guy is so chill. To be true, and I said this before, is that I was a little okay, intimidated. I was like kind of scared of him, because you hear all the horror stories of things. And
Well,
like,
I expected the goatee.
yeah, right.
But he explains he only has it when he goes to a seminar because he wants to have that authoritative look.
Yeah.
But he came in, he was all shaved, he had his comb to the side, I think he was in flip flops. He was so chill. I'm like,
Yeah, this
Okay,
is not
well,
what we were
what?
expecting. Like,
Yeah.
where's
Then
the
his
badass
stories.
guy? And then the stories are like, you're like, oh,
Nope.
okay,
Yeah,
there
you're
that is.
like, you don't want to mess with the guy with the beard. You
God,
know?
no, God, no. So let's get the stuff out of the
yeah.
formalities. Martial arts. How'd you get started?
Oh gosh. Okay, so initially.
Wait a minute. We're not going to gloss over this. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so I'm from San Francisco, so sometimes my valley side comes out. So.
She was
I
from the
was like-
Sunset area.
Yeah, I'm actually from the Bay Area,
Yeah.
so I actually, but in fairness,
You made us work this much. If you're
You
from
could
the
just-
Bay, you could have
I'm-
just gone home.
I know, right? But I mean, I do miss the fog, but I
Rice
started
cookers,
here.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Rice cookers.
It's the whole
Yes.
Daily City thing.
I know, right? The daily, the seafood.
Wait. So you're in San Francisco. What part of San Francisco?
Yeah.
So I actually lived in Daly City. Daly City,
Okay,
San
there you go.
City area.
No.
Well-
You have to own Daly City. You got to say Daly City.
But
You can't say
here's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand why you say San Francisco because you tell anybody outside of the Bay
They
Area,
don't know
oh,
what that
I'm
is."
from Burlingame, I'm from Daly City, I'm from
Yeah.
South City. They're like, San
Where's that?
Francisco?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm from San Francisco. It's
Yeah.
just easier.
It is so much easier.
So did you go to Westmore or which one?
So Westmore was actually our rival. I actually went to school in El Camino,
Camino.
High School.
That's
Yeah.
next
Class
up.
of 2001.
Yeah.
Went to El Camino.
I did.
We were in high school around the same time.
Were we really 2001?
2000. I started in South City though.
Oh, okay. So you were like rival. You're like,
Yeah,
we
they-
probably saw each other across the field at the
Yeah,
ball game.
Probably looking
Yeah.
at each other,
Yeah,
mad.
like-
yeah.
Yeah,
all blue
right.
on this side, all red on the other
Yeah, I
side.
was
It was
like-
like gang colors.
It totally was.
Crips and Bloods.
It totally was. Like we would glare at each other, like who's gonna get the bell? Who's gonna get the bell?
Well, when I was playing, no, there was a fight after the game.
Oh yeah.
I had to stop a dude with a sprained ankle from running on the field, and he's like 6 foot something. I was like, I really tried. I tried, and then he just got around me because somebody called. I was like, ah, crap. All right, fuck it. I'm just gonna let it go.
Well, in fairness, go hard, go home, right? Go hard, go.
Yeah. Oh, well, I have some things to say about El Camino, which I'm not going to because you are our guest.
Because you're our guest. We gotta be nice to you. Today we're going to be nice. Later on, though, after the show.
Okay, after. We'll save that for after.
All right.
Make sure she doesn't have any weapons, though.
Oh
Because
God.
I've seen her play with toys.
You know what? I'm stand behind him. Stand behind the boyfriend. Yeah.
Let me ask you this, right? You were doing martial arts from how long ago? When did you get in it? Because it was in high school, or was it more recent than that?
So it was actually a lot more recent than that. So actually, I technically started boxing when I was 6. So I
Older
was
brothers? Like, wait, you can't just gloss over. How do you start boxing at 6?
so okay. In fairness, my inspiration was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was kind of.
You better don't leave me hanging.
Oh gosh! All right, my favorite is Raphael.
Of course.
So yeah, I know everybody's favorite is like
Michael.
Michelangelo,
No.
but I'm like,
No.
totally overrated. Raphael all the way. Right?
Yeah.
All right, what
So-
weapon did he use?
So he's the size.
Okay.
So yeah,
Just want to make sure because you can't be.
Donatello was mine because he was smart.
in fairness, he was smart. Yeah, he did have that. Yeah.
Why would that?
You know what? Screw you right now. 'Cause we're talking about her.
Okay.
Please
'Cause I'm
continue.
trying to figure why.
You know what? Just stop.
Okay.
Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, so I started boxing.
Wait a minute. They were ninja guys and you're boxing with this.
No. I watched these, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they were like flipping around, and I was like, hey, I kind of want to be like that.
Oh, so you switched over.
Yeah. So my mom was like, you're a girl. You don't do those things. You wear
Mom,
dresses.
there's April. She's a badass too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join the
Well, that cartoon, she was just a reporter, really.
I know,
That's
so-
right.
Yeah,
yeah.
she wasn't fighting yet
Till
until
later
the
on,
next
yeah.
Yeah, way
the series
later.
after that. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the time she was like the damsel in distress, and I'm like,
All
I
the
don't-
time. That's not me.
That's not me. I'm like,
wanna be
let's
Raph.
go.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that she was never a damsel in distress. She joins the
No.
military. She's like, no, I'm gonna go save people.
No.
What'd you do in the military?
So I was a combat medic.
Oh.
So yes,
That's
when you say run, yeah, I totally ran in and I never got deployed, and I was actually in a fenced unit where I was actually taking care of people on the state side in Washington D.C.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Did you want to get deployed?
I kind of did. I did,
Well,
but
most military people do. They
Yeah.
kind of they want to go for the
yeah,
just for the thrill. And then when they get out there, they're all fucked up.
exactly.
Like that, maybe I shouldn't win.
Yeah. I was one of those that were like, I want to go deploy, and then like I even got this tattoo. The minute I touched base, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get my tattoo. Get good luck.
That's a rosary, right?
It's a rosary, yeah. And I said, okay, this is my good luck charm, so I don't get hurt on deployment. I'm fenced in for 3.5 years. I never deployed, so it worked a little too well. Like, I
God says,
see?
all right, you don't have to go here. You know
No.
what? Oh, sit over here.
never deployed.
You're
Yeah,
badass enough. You sat through the whole tattoo.
yeah. There you go.
saying it.
Done.
How ironic.
It really was. I was like, the most I ever did in the army was stand in a position of attention for an hour and a half and holding my pee and not shaking. I mean, that was like the extent of.
That was it.
That was it.
You got the Purple Heart for that.
Yeah, for not
But
passing out
Not passing out.
Or peeing on yourself.
or peeing on yourself. Actually, that's another badge in itself. It was like it was like a thing. Like if you peed on yourself, that was like a badge of honor. Like everybody talked about it, like it was a good thing. That was
Right.
like because you're like ceremonial composure. No, everybody's messing with you, and then you pee on yourself, and you're still like keeping the same face.
Wow.
Because you wouldn't flinch.
You're not
I
flinching.
get it.
I like it.
I get
Yeah.
it. That's just, but
Yeah.
it's a hot
We're gonna try
day,
that later
warm
on
tea.
on the drive home.
Yeah.
Just
just
not
pee.
go to the gas station. Just go and see what we can.
Well, we can get one of those doggy pads.
It's not my truck.
Oh, that's true. It's not our
Yeah, it's my
truck, so-
brother's
yeah.
truck, so it's
We're
perfect.
We're gonna try it. We're
Oh
gonna see.
yeah. Use the doggy pads underneath, and just stay there.
Oh
for
no,
like
I
an
don't
hour
care.
and a
It's
half.
my brother's truck, so.
Oh, okay, then you're good. Yeah, you're good.
He kind of dicked us on this trip, so.
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that.
A little bitter.
Okay, so
Just tiny bit.
your mom couldn't find what martial arts, or was boxing the closest thing she could find
So
For a 6-year-old.
for 6-year-olds?
So my uncle was a trained boxer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There we
we
go.
live
There's
That
in-
makes sense.
Yeah. So when my mom was saying, "You can't be doing that, you're a girl," I
Yeah.
was training behind her back, so to speak.
So uncle.
So
was
your
like,
uncle
"Yeah,
popped
Uncle
in
was
be-
like-
behind your mom, be like,
I got
Pretty
you, I got
much.
you."
Pretty much it's like, okay, after when she goes to sleep.
In the dead of night, you're just.
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, going at my dad.
That's funny.
My dad sees me and he's like, all right, let's go buy you a punching bag. And mom was like, you're a girl. And then he was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a punching bag for myself.
Did your mom do the Philip? Putang inang batang da 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 da.
Oh yeah, that's actually where my reflexes go. It's like this, like this, like this, like
From the
this.
chanelas.
That's chanelas, man. Angle 1, angle 2. Whoa, angle 4.
well, they say great self-defense comes from the family, so.
It
It
really
does,
does.
yeah.
It really does. In fact, I used to try to get in trouble like on purpose.
Just
I was
to
like,
see.
To work on my.
Mom! Mom, I did this. And I'm like, all right, skill training, pressure test.
Don't hit your mom. Don't hit your mom. Don't hit your mom.
Go.
And then don't pee.
Don't be. Look at the time. Go how far. Go. It's like, oh man. Okay. Next time, beat that record.
She got me on the 2.
All right.
That's
all right.
awesome. You know how fast parents, especially moms, can throw those things? Their accuracy.
Oh God. Yeah.
Around the corner.
Dude, I mean, my mom, and my sisters, by proxy, I would shit get thrown at me all the time.
Yes. And the funny thing is like they tell you like, okay, don't flinch. I'm like,
Right.
okay. Oh, like and then you just keep going, and then you're like,
And then you have a size 3 printed on
So my dad's cure of that, so he didn't have to throw anything. We had to do dapa. On
oh
a sack of
no.
rice. You know what that is, right?
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, that's kneeling on a sack of rice.
Oh, then you can really. Oh.
And you can't move because if you move, it bites in harder, right?
Yeah.
So you were screwed. I was like, all right, I'm not going to do anything bad anymore.
That's why Rick didn't go home.
I got off early. I got off good then. I got off easy.
Yeah, try that.
That's because you're a girl.
No, my sisters would have
they
to
got
do
them
that.
too?
Oh, yes. Lolly and Jackie.
Dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
It was not fun.
Yikes.
Mind you, folks, this is a while ago, so it's not abuse.
Yes.
Yes.
Before the word abuse came out. Child abuse.
Yes.
It was just disciplinary
Yeah.
actions.
Discipline. It's your fault.
So from boxing from 6 to, you get your golden gloves at 9? What happened?
So I was like practicing 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and then eventually like after like 4 to 5 years, and I would like box with my dad.
Right.
Eventually my mom kind of was like, okay, fine, let's put you in kung fu karate. So
Kung Fu Karate, where did you go?
So United Studios, self-defense. Yeah. It was like the one down the block that every day I was like, Mommy, can I go join that school?
We used to call that a McDojo. Sorry.
It really
But-
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That was one of those places.
Yeah, and back then there was like no internet or anything like that. It was just whatever like you saw, and it was like the
Yellow
one.
Pages.
Yeah, like Yellow Pages. I should have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In fairness.
I know that school.
Oh,
That's
the
why,
one?
that's what I was saying.
Yeah, he knows, yeah.
That's
Oh
right.
yeah. Yeah, I did it for like 3 months, and I was like. But the sad thing is like I did it for 3 months, and then one day they just up and left, and I'm like.
Yeah.
I bought my freaking $200 gear, and like my freaking month was paid, and like one day it was like closed, and I'm like,
They didn't. A lot of them didn't listen.
Nope.
no.
They took the money and were like,
especially
oh,
the
we're
ones
good.
in Daly City. I mean, you were lucky. Lawlers did okay. There's a couple of Rich Band, which was more Taekwondo on Templeton and Mission.
I always think you say taekwondo.
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Arceus
taekwondo.
did really well too.
Yeah, yeah,
actually, yeah. I was thinking about going into that school like eventually.
And then of course Castro stuff was just a staple in Daly City.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean that's why everybody else couldn't compete. They would all leave because of that. But yeah, you got to remember I'm old school. I mean I used to go to where the shin guards were like this thick.
He's old.
Yes. But yeah, back in the days, it's nothing like you see now.
yeah. Now it's like there's so many out there.
From what was that Kung Fu stuff? When did FMA come into your life?
So FMA came in when I was 29. So during that
Wow,
time I was jumping.
We started around the same time.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
I was 28 when I started training. No martial arts background.
I jumped through so many. I did capoeira, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I did Kuk Sulwan. I did.
Really?
With who?
So I did it with
San
Tim
Francisco?
Sheehan in San Mateo.
San Mateo. Okay.
Yeah, Tim
Oh,
Sheehan.
wow.
Yeah, so I did that for a good year. At the same time, I was like, I loved martial arts so much that I did it every day. I did Monday, Wednesday was Kuk Sulwan, Tuesday, Thursday was Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and Muay Thai, and then Friday was my Serrata Eskrima.
And then Saturday, Sunday,
Who
she
did
got
you do
into
a
bar
Serrata?
fights.
So I did it with Bob Manalo at the time, who was under
Manalo.
Grandmaster Sultan Uddin.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
I want to. Later.
No.
Oh, I was like, ooh, juicy. What happened? What happened? Gossip.
Later. Because we might.
You know how we say we don't edit anything out?
So I bet
That
it's not
includes
safe.
us too.
Yeah. So.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
Sorry,
Story for later.
Cool.
So FMA, yay, sticks.
Right? Sticks, knives, yeah.
And I actually know Manolo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We know some of those people.
Yeah.
I think he's over at CrossFit now, or
He's, I believe, part of the Robio now.
the Robio.
The
Is that
Robio
what
and the
it is?
Rigma, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. JP and JR. You know those guys.
I've heard of their names.
Yeah, they
but
used to be Rogue because they came from Sultan, and they broke off from him, and they started their own place. And it's was it CrossFit? Oh no.
Yeah, it was
Full Grip.
Full Grip. Yeah.
Okay,
The guys at
that
Full
name
Grip.
does sound familiar. Yeah.
There's a Manava over there. But yeah, cool people.
Oh yeah.
We're trying to get them on the show. Hello.
We're gonna send this to you anonymously.
So you're doing Serrata for, I guess, 29, 2 weeks?
So
I'm trying to be-
maybe 3 months in total. Like I was in and I wasn't too serious about it, and that was kind of my fault. Like I didn't really take enough of it seriously, as serious as I would have liked.
Right, but I've been seeing the stuff that you've been putting out, and you're with Latour.
I was gonna say 3 months, really?
Yeah, I was
that's-
missing a lot of stuff.
But see, that's what happened a lot with Sultan's people.
No. But what I'm saying is the degree that she shows on camera.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was
doesn't
getting ready
match
to bring
3
up.
months.
Because she's with
Oh.
Jack Latour now.
Feels like you've been doing it a lot
and
longer.
you've been doing. I mean, because I'm looking at you in the videos, and like, oh, this girl actually knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people who are like doing stuff, and they're doing their carenzas, and I'm like, that's stupid, right?
No, so yeah, I'm actually even more impressed with the fact that you've
Right.
only been doing it that long.
Well, I started in Serrata, but I started branching out to different things. The only reason why I say 3 months was because a month later I joined the army and I shipped off.
Oh, and you had to
Did you do
practice
anything in the military
peeing, so
while you
there
were
was no.
So I
battle.
was a level 1 combative certified, army combative certified.
Right. But did you do any screamo or while you were there?
Unfortunately,
You didn't
not.
find anybody?
Yeah, I didn't find anybody. Or I didn't think too far ahead about looking into
Right.
schools
You're
there.
like, I want to go into war.
Yeah.
Right, and then I stand in the position of attention.
Yeah.
for an hour and a half.
Aw.
But
Kawawa.
I know, right? And in fairness, I should have done my research because I found out just recently Tuhan Bobby Ladra is there.
Yeah.
And
Well, that's why I was wondering why you didn't. Yeah, because even my brother Danny, who created our system, the Bladed Mind, he wasn't doing anything. Then this guy, he was having a house party, and he hears somebody kicking his bag in the backyard. He goes back there and he sees the guy. He goes, "Hey,
You know some stuff?
Did you crash the party?" And the guy asked me, he goes, "Oh, do you do FMA or anything?" Or anything? He goes, "No, I just kind of hit the bag." He goes, "Oh," and the guy happens to be Doug Marqueta. So for a year, they start training together.
Yeah.
And Doug teaches Danny Pikiti, and then they don't see each other for 10 years. My brother then creates his own system, throws out all the fluff, keeps only the necessary things that work for him
From a couple
individually.
months of training.
Yeah, only him, right? It's you have to understand that the Bladed Mind isn't about the class itself. It's about the individual in the class, which makes it very different, right? The mentality then changes because you're the important person in the room, and everything is geared for you, not the instructor, not the other students, but for you. And then we do that with each student. So we keep a small class because otherwise we wouldn't be able to do it. But Danny, when he was coming up with this, decided, okay, what would I really use and how could I really use it and can I make it work? He does this thing and he talks to me, he goes, "Hey Rick, I just learned this thing in the military, some guy named Doug Marqueta." So he shows me and we talk about it and we start talking about his idea and his concept behind it. So, oh, cool. Next thing you know, Naeem comes to our door. "Hey, you want to learn?" "Oh, yeah, I will," right? Next thing you know, he's where he's at. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of Naeem, but he's actually freaking talented. Yeah. And like he said, there's no background behind him.
Hold on. This is. I hate when people say that. He's talented. Do you know how much hard work I put into this shit?
Dude,
I have I went to class. It started off with once a week, then 2 to 3 times a week. Not to mention I was training every time that I wasn't in class. I mean, I had bloody hands. I was switching sides. There's a tree that won't grow bark on one side anymore. So it wasn't it wasn't talent. And
but because of that, he got talented though.
if I was
See,
smarter,
that's the thing, right?
I'd be further along.
But again, the system isn't a complete system. It's not even really. You couldn't really even call it a system.
No.
It's more of a. We always say it's not what we teach, but how we teach.
It's the process we used
to get
show
there, and we'll
this
talk
stuff.
about it later on.
Yeah.
But because of that, we started to understand that martial arts isn't, especially FMA, if you're not in the old Manong styles and stuff, you get that stink eye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
All the time.
Right?